Hey everyone, how you doing? Now listen, well, not everyone, you watching this, right? Okay. First of all, before we get diving into this, my name is Paul Turner and I live here in the UK, beautiful part of the UK called Cornwall. And I used to stack shelves in a grocery store. That used to be my background. And this is my good friend and business partner, Eric Green. How you doing, Eric?
Doing great, Eric Green, Jacksonville, Florida, and yeah, I used to sell used office equipment. So
That's
not the most exciting gig in the world, but that was my past. So, but now we do this full time. So
And the strange thing is,
fantastic.
we've worked together for about 15 years and we've never actually met. That's the that's the power of the internet. We've never met in person, right? But we're just two guys. We did, we've done a few things together, and through that, we kind of ended up working together, and we've done very well online. So the reason we're doing this is you, right, have probably just filled in an ad or got an email or something looking to make some extra money online. We know you are probably being bombarded right now. You're probably confused, okay, about all the stuff that's going on. You're probably being hit with jargon like autoresponders and email capture and follow-ups and things like that and lead capture pages. So listen, you've heard our background. We are nothing special. If we can do it, trust me, you can. And what we're going to do, we're going to take you through a few slides, and we're going to. Me and Eric can sometimes talk, right? This isn't about spit and polish and looking fantastic. We want to keep it very, very real. We have made some slides, and we're going to try and keep it brief because we know your time's precious. But over the last 15 years, I think we've nailed it down now to the perfect opportunity. We've got how to get eyeballs on our offers. You're going to see as we go through, but we've never been this sort of dialed in to helping new people, right, after all the failures, right, Eric? And I'll share my screen.
Absolutely. I think you guys will enjoy what we're about to share. It's after 15 years, we've really found something special. We hope you guys will really take a look. I encourage you to stick around the whole time.
Okay, so won't be long, right? So put your phone away, get a notebook if you want. You probably won't need one, right? So we'll start this as a slideshow. So we've already kind of introduced ourselves. So look, like we said, you're going to get hit with a lot of kind of, you need this, you must have this, and AI can do it all. I promise you now, AI cannot do it all for you because we really dialed into it and it didn't work. So business is actually pretty simple, right? It's actually pretty simple. And you're going to get presented with a lot of schemes, right? What you need is a very simple way to get some eyeballs on an offer, right? We believe if you want to, if you've responded to an ad, you are what we call, it's what's known in the industry as cold traffic. You don't know me, you don't know Eric. Why should you believe us? You've got no reason to believe us. You don't know the company you're looking at other than what they're telling you on the webpage. And let's be honest, they're all going to tell you that they're amazing, from the scams, the outright scams, through to the stuff that's been around a long time. So therefore, you're probably going to want something low risk at least to start with, right? We have that. Real products that people actually use. We've done, when we were young and needed the money, I guess, we've done some of these things that are kind of just like money deals. Do you know what I mean? There's not a real product. And then I can tell you now that most sales come in on follow up. A lot of people will see your offer, okay, and some will buy it straight away, but most won't, right? So you need some kind of follow up, and that is a nightmare, especially if you're a newbie, especially if you're new, especially if you've not had success before, right? And then the other thing that we found over 15 years is that people really, really need support, right? Just if I've got a question, I need to be able to go and ask somebody quick. I can't wait till the next weekly call. I can't wade through 6 hours worth of training to find that little bit I need or get clarified. So support has been proven over a period of time to be really important, again, especially if you're new. So, like I said, marketing is simple. People have a problem, need to make some extra money, right? In this case, or they've got a desired outcome. I want to save for a vacation, a holiday, and I can't afford that. So I want to make some extra money. So they have a problem or a desire, right? They see an advert, whether it be a free social media advert, whether it be a paid advert, they raise their hand for information. And then true marketing is just offering a solution. This is a solution to what you're looking for. It may be for you, it may not be for you. Take a look, okay, and we'll follow it. Everything else that you see online, right, Eric, is just noise.
Everything is noise, trust me, and you guys know that if you've been online for a while.
Right, and if you're brand new, Just think about it. You know, shops, they advertise, they want you to go in. Do you necessarily buy anything? No, but they advertise what they've got, a shop. You know, you see stuff online, Amazon, you know, people advertise Amazon products and stuff, right? So we are trying to keep this very simple. Now, these are the roadblocks that you're going to come up against. Leads. In the industry, it's known as leads. I always say eyeballs. If nobody is looking at your offer, nobody's going to buy. And then you're going to have to present, right? It's called pitching, but it's a horrible word, but you're going to have to present what you've got. Okay. And again, if somebody has a problem or a desire and you put in front of them what they want or need, you're over halfway there in terms of making that sale, right? So you need to present it, but who wants to sell? No, nobody wants to sell, right? So the pitch, hype, right? A lot of things try and hype out there. We have something for you where I mean, they almost run the other way, right? They don't hype themselves up enough. Okay. So we have that. Then there's tech overwhelm is a massive killer in this industry because so many people say they're not technical. It's not that you're not technical. It's just that it's new. If you've not done it before, it's new. It's not technical, right? It's just new, right? But it does put a lot of people off. We've already talked about follow up. We've already talked about support. And more importantly, what if you refer a customer and they need support, but you've just joined? You need a support solution that everybody can access. And then the big one on the internet, we always say for business lasts, it's like dog and cat years on the internet because it's so easy for anybody to come up with an idea in the morning, have a business up and running in the afternoon. And that's why things come and go so fast online. This is what 10 years plus old, right? So what we want to stress here is you're not guessing, you're plugging into something that's already working, right? This isn't like a new thing. It's been going like, I think they're coming into their 11th year now or 10th year. It's already working. We've got it all laid down. Right. So do you want to talk about this, Eric? Because I'm waffling on, but the proof, right? If somebody's seeing this,
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you're here and you're
you know it
watching
works.
this, then you know it works, right? There's proof that it works, right? And that's what we're going to show you how to do. We're going to eliminate these issues that you've seen that people have, and we're going to walk you through it. And we can take anybody, doesn't matter. Remember, I sold used office equipment, Paul stock shelves. We work with everywhere from people in their early 40s all the way up to senior citizens that are coming in and using these strategies and are successful.
And when you join, by the way, you get exactly the same system. You get exactly the same sources of eyeballs that we've used to attract you. The other thing that's just worth pointing out, just very briefly, is in the American gold rush, everyone was chasing the shiny object, the gold. They were looking for the big win and they were crossing their fingers and basically gambling. The people that made most money were like Mr. Levi, who made work clothes that we now know as Levi jeans. Okay, this is what we're doing here. We're not gambling and crossing our fingers and squeezing our eyes real shut tight and hoping here. This is real. These tools are things that people use, and you can copy Mr. Levi and you can be basically selling the tools that people need. Okay, so then there comes the pitch bit. Remember, I said nobody likes selling. It's absolutely true. Well, again, what are you watching now? You know, this is a pre-recorded video. We've put a lot of time and effort into trying to condense the information down into something nice and simple. And this is the same presentation that you will share with your customers. In fact, when you click the join button below in a minute or two, it most likely won't be, it might be me and Eric, right, that you join, or one of us. It might well be one of our team because we let all of our customers use our same resources. So it's all done for you. Like we said, you're not guessing, you're just plugging into something that's working. Okay, so the system does the presentation, it does the explaining, and it helps with the conversion. And then there's more on top of that. We've already said follow-up is really important. This solution that we're talking to you about today that solves those problems and gives you your wants, it has automatic turnkey follow-up. You don't have to set up a domain. You don't have to set up any what's called DKIM. You don't have to set up an autoresponder. It's already done for you, right? Zero friction. You can come in and literally in 5 minutes, you could be up and running with this. Do you want to talk about the commissions, Eric? Like your bills are monthly,
One of the
what this does?
Yeah, one of the things we focus on, we're we're not the flashy guys. We're not into, hey, here's let's go get a great new flavor colored Lambo and take these fantastic trips and do all these things. We're real people, right? We have a real background. When we got started in this industry, we were looking for additional income, right? We were side hustling. We were trying to figure out ways to pay our bills, right? To have extra money at the end of the month. And so we've really equated this to paying bills because as you'll see, you can get involved with this at a very low threshold. It's not going to cost you a lot to get started with us and in the system. So the other power of this program is the fact that it pays 80% commissions, and that's recurring monthly commissions, which you'll learn a little bit more about. But I want you to think about that, and we'll talk a little bit about that. But if we can help you just get started, right? We can eliminate those barriers that most people have online. But now we can help you start, targeting and getting rid of that phone bill, having, taking care of that grocery bill, taking care of that car bill, all the way up to taking care of your mortgage and these larger bills that we all deal with on a month-to-month basis to live, right? That's what we want to do because that's where we know we can start making an impact, not just on your confidence where you're like, wow, okay, I've got something, I'm actually winning, I'm making money online, I've got the side hustle working. But now we're eliminating those things that you're faced with every single day, and that's how we target, and that's how we present and talk about this because we're not going to paint an illusion, right? That isn't real that a lot of marketers and a lot of companies will do. We want you to live. We don't want you to be totally in reality. We'd love for all of us to be seven figures, and there's certainly a path there with what we have, but we just want to be real, guys. Let's take care of some of those bills that you're faced with every month.
One of the things that we learned over our time as well, we don't know your aspirations, but a lot of people out there, they just want to make a couple of $100 a month extra, right? There's a massive market for people that literally just want to pay a few bills. And in our early days, we got kind of sucked into like the, hey, you could make 10K a month, and you absolutely can here. But a lot of people, they just need or want to make that extra two, 300. Now, what's cool about this, 80% commissions, two referrals, two happy customers, we call them, you're in profit, right? And some people don't refer this, right? They just use the tools and pay for the tools. That's another thing we like. So it's good credibility, it's legitimate. And the main thing here for me is that the bill, sorry, the income you get every time you get a new customer, as long as they keep paying, because this is a monthly fee, your business has a fixed cost, right? Everything costs, right? So they have to pay for the hosting and the web domains and the support and everything, right? And there's a lot of support you're going to learn. So that's a fixed cost though. Every time you bring a new customer in, your income can stack, right? So every time you get a new customer, there's no extra cost for you, right? So two referrals, you're in profit, like we say. One, you cover most of your cost. So that's pretty good for me. It's one of the attractive things, right? So we talk about support. In the past, me and Eric, we've been burnt out because we do help and we do want to support you, but as more and more customers come in, it gets impossible to kind of give the time that you would like to give. So this solution that we're going to share with you, I think on the next slide, they do live, right, coaching where they have 6 and 7 figure earners, verified 6 and 7 figure earners that literally go and do some work, and you can watch over their shoulder so you can see what they do. Better than that, you can also ask you questions. They also have a built-in AI tool that's actually really good. You can just go and ask a quick question if you need it, and it will generally 9 times out of 10 for me, if I need anything, it will get me to the right place. But then they have a massive like social media group almost of all their customers. There's over 2,000 members in this, by the way. So you can actually ask real people. They also have an email support with a dedicated support team where you can go and ask them and they will help you. I can't think of anything better, to be honest. So when your customers come in, you can sleep well at night knowing that they're taken care of. If that's important to you, it is to me and Eric. We want to know that you're taken care of, even if I'm on vacation, even if Eric's at the movies. You've got lots of support built into the system. We don't need to provide it. Now, the system is called the Home Business Academy. So, like we said, anybody, online side hustles are huge at the minute and they're growing. Right? You can go and Google it yourself. It's a good time to be involved in this because so many people are looking to make that extra money with the cost of living crisis, and there's the economy at the minute. We're doing tariffs, we're not doing tariffs, and things like that, and it creates a lot of flux. A lot of people are needing to make some extra cash, right? So the Home Business Academy, the clue's in the name. It helps people have a home business, right? And that comes back to what we said about supplying the tools, right? Yeah, if you supply the tools to people that want to start a home business, that's in demand. Now, whether that business is one of those hope and pray businesses or not, they still need the tools, and that's what this provides. And Eric, do you want to talk about Mark and Paul? Because we know these guys, don't we? So for a
Yeah,
while.
Mike and these guys, it's funny they came in online around the same time I did, right? I remember these guys when they were just like me, fresh and new, and brand new, wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, as they say, and just saying, how can I make some money? These are both family guys. I was at the time as well. My kids are now older, but I had young kids. I know they had young kids. And so we were just on here trying to make money, just like everybody, right? We're trying to support our families and figure out ways to make extra money. So what I respect about these guys is they've been through the process, they've been through the trenches, so they understand, what we go through and what a new person goes through, and they've also worked many different business models online, right? And they've seen just about everything. So what they decided to do was put together something that was self-sustaining, that was going to be around for a long period of time. They just saw so many people get into programs that were here today and gone tomorrow, and these guys were super dedicated. They also wanted people, to teach people how to go out and find what I call subscribers.
Yeah.
And by doing that, they said, hey, we're going to give a lion's share of the profit back to the people. And by giving 80%, that's huge. And they also understood how important it is to support people. And for these guys to be doing, and I always say this, and I'll pass it back to you, Paul. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're watching this and you join this, you really don't even need Paul and myself, right? You don't, because this community, the support in this community, the training in this community, run by two seven-figure marketers, you have everything you need to be successful. You just have us now, if you do join us, and you get a second layer of support and us bringing things to the table to help you and grow you and strategies that we're doing. But this company stands alone. I mean, we can easily put someone in this company, walk away, and you have all the support, training, tools that you need to be successful. And that's what we were really looking for. So these are great guys. You can Google them, check them out.
Yeah.
They're fantastic.
So the other thing that I'll add to that is the reason why they do this is they've been in businesses, these online businesses that we talked about earlier. If a business lasts 10 years, that's like in dog years, it was like dog and cat years almost. That's like they've been around 100 years, right? Online, because things move so fast. But these guys actually had businesses built up a nice recurring income. Then it all got taken away because the company closed or they changed the comp plan. Now these guys have committed, right? And also, if you're looking at like a network marketing deal, the people that make the money in those deals tend to be the ones that do most of the work in terms of the promotion and everything. They recognize that they lost income and they got fed up and they said, well, why don't we just do our own thing then? And they looked into it. So this isn't network marketing. There's no pyramids here. Okay. And the reason why they pay 80% is because if you're in a typical network marketing deal, you might only refer like three people, three, four people. And the idea is everybody does the same, but not everybody does. And what it means is that you don't earn a lot of money. So here they've said, okay, let's do 80%. And they were told they were crazy, right? So they said, let's do 80% and let's make a promise that we will never, ever, ever, ever change the compensation plan because they believe that your recurring income, the money that comes. So if you get a happy customer and they pay for 10 years, you're earning an income off that customer for 10 years, right? And we've been involved with this using the tools for 5, and we've only really sort of seen the real power of it over the last sort of year or two. And we're like, yeah, we should be just focusing on this because we've seen things come and go in the last year, right? So we're going to what's really stable. The reason they can pay 80% commissions, guys, is they are in the trenches with us. They are promoting still. They still go out and promote this business as affiliates of this business, right? And I think that's massive respect to them for doing that. I think you'll like them if you check out what they do. Anyway, we'll move on because of time. So how much is it? You're probably thinking, well, it sounds expensive. It's not. It's $35. That's all. $35. There are 3 products they have that are recurring. Okay. Um, there's a what's called a Let's Goal app, and that is like your business hub. It will help you achieve your goals if you want it to. I use it more as organizational thing for my business. It's only $10 a month. They have the what's called the funnel builder, which just means you can go and make pages. So if you have a particular audience, you know, if you're into say, dog walking or whatever, and you want to promote this as a viable opportunity to people that walk dogs for a living, but business might be up and down, you could make a page and relate this to those people, right, to dog walkers. It's called a bridge page. And anybody online will tend at some point to want to need to make those pages, That's what that is in 25. Then they have a premium level, right, which is $125 a month, but it pays $100 commissions, but they give you that free for 2 weeks. Now, in our experience, about we don't want to hide anything, right? So we're telling you, in our experience, about 70% of our customers will take that, okay? And you'll see why in a minute. But that's where you get access to that five every day, Monday to Friday, live, interactive, help me build a business coaching, right? And they also do a fantastic Monday night What's Working Now webinar, by the way, where they get people on that have made sales in the last week and they actually get them on to say, well, could you mind telling us how you did it? And people tell you. So you get that totally free for 2 weeks. You can still earn commissions on it within those 2 weeks. So it's up to you if you keep it after that, but they're being very fair. Who else gives you 2 weeks to sort of try something out, right? So we talked earlier about risk. You don't know me, you don't know Eric, you don't know this business, you don't know Mike, you don't know Paul. What's the average sort of DoorDash in America, would you say, Eric, roughly where you are?
20, $25 average,
So
maybe
you're
30.
talking not much more to have a business that could pay you.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking, well, 35. Yeah. I mean, if you're looking at a family, you're well over 35. So,
So it's sort of relatable to, going out for a cheap meal or something, I guess, or, a few burgers, whatever. So, um, happy customer math, we like relating it to customers, and you'll find that this works really well when you get started rather than pushing for the big stuff. Netflix, one customer, right? Utility bills, $590 a month apparently is the average in the States. We don't know. If people have that premium product, right, for the tools and the services, but also to make those $100 commissions, five customers pays that. Just five happy customers covers utility bills. And it goes on mortgage, could be 18 happy customers. That's all that's standing between you and your mortgage, could be 18 happy customers. And trust me, they're out there and the market's growing, right? And that's what they will help you do. But we can help you because if you're here, you know what we do works, right? That's what we love. Now, I thought I best showed this slide, okay, because this is the actual company one that they put out, because everyone's going to say, yeah, bills, but where's the money? There's the three products we talked about, the Let's Go, the Funnel Builder, and the Premium, and there's the recurrings on the side. The company's paid out close to 7 million now. In fact, I think this Thursday, it's Tuesday as we're recording this. I think this Thursday, they pay weekly. I think this Thursday it will be over 7 million. They're so close. But I couldn't put that in yet because I've got to be truthful and honest. I also will draw your attention to the FTC disclaimer. An average affiliate can expect to earn $328 with this business. Eric, what does the average affiliate do?
nothing. Absolutely
That's
nothing.
that's unfortunately, guys, that is the truth. The average person that joins a home business kind of comes in, and Mike and Paul, if you go and check, if you go and look at business opportunities, look at the earnings disclaimer, this being profit, making money is unheard of. Right? This is actually amazing in the industry. But the reason why it's so low is because the average affiliate, they join and then they kind of get overwhelmed and they get tech confused. Now, these guys have removed, I think it was on like 16 friction points like recently, which is what made us sit up and take note, and it's brilliant, and their stuff's converting really well. Okay, so it's been established 10 years, but they're always improving, and what they've just done lately is seen the company grow like massively because they've removed all the stuff that people struggle with. That number, I would imagine, will go up, but again, most people don't know the lead source that brought you here, right? The average affiliate doesn't know that, and we want to help you be more than average. But I don't know your income goal. Look at your income goal. See, all three combo is the place to look because that's where a lot of go. You can decide where you want to be. You can see how many customers you need to get you there, and we wish you luck and we'll help you do it. So we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Right. So two types of traffic: cold traffic, warm traffic. Warm traffic is the people you know. We're going to focus on cold traffic because do you want to hassle your friends and family? Do you want to be judged by your friends and family? Most people don't. I'm proud of what I do, right? Because I help people, solve a problem or, or fulfill something they need, right? So one problem, right? Leads. You're here, you're watching it, explaining. We're doing it for you and your customers, right? Tech setup, no need. It's all turnkey. It's all done. Okay. Risk is $35. We can't. I wish we could get it lower, but we can't. That's what they charge. And then income, it's 80% commissions. Two customers, you're in profit. Okay. And like we say again, you might not be joining us directly. It'll be probably one of our team. So if you're tired of complicated systems, or you're new and you've seen complicated systems, high, massive risk, okay, this is probably the thing for you, right? So let me just show you the back office. Dun, dun. Right, so actually, let's show you this slide. Let's show you this slide. This is the last slide, I think. Oh, no, it's just us saying goodbye. This is the last slide. Let me show you this. So I'll show you this live. Fast start. Join HBA. There'll be a link below, right? See the affiliate section. I'll show you that. I'll show you where to find your unique link that ties any customer that buys to you. Order your leads. I won't show you that. That comes when you're a customer. Okay, but there is a way to get the leads for free as well. Will be a little cost to start. If you want to do that, you can generate leads for free. But if you really just want to follow a process and tune into something that works, I'll show you how to get those for free. Okay. We have a Facebook group for support. We do a weekly call. We call it above average. The average affiliate marketer doesn't make a lot of money. The figures are way better than network marketing, but we have a call and we call it the above average. And the difference between being average and not making any money and being like above average and making money, the actual steps, you just need to know what to do, guys. You know, like you can ask us a question as well. So we do that for you. You can set this up, guys, literally in about 5-10 minutes. You know, you can set up this page for yourself. It literally take about 5 minutes. We walk you through it, and then we do encourage you to tune in to the support and the calls they do at least once a week. Just have a look around. I always watch them on replay because I can skim through. Right, I do encourage you, especially if you're new, overwhelmed, stuck. I do encourage you to go and check it out. And it's just like if you've ever seen people learning karate, you know, they go to some old school sports hall or a village hall or something, and you start off at the back and you just have to watch everybody, and the instructor's shouting out stuff in Japanese and you ain't got a clue what he's saying, okay? But you just kind of have to follow along with what everybody's doing, not really understanding it. Before long, you start to know when they say, whatever it is, that's a punch and that's a kick, and then eventually he'll come round and he might just tweak you a little bit and say, no, put your hand a bit higher. But they don't spend one-on-one time with you. They just let you, you know, watch and join in. If you take that attitude to this, you'll do very well, right? You'll do very well. The difference with Home Business Academy, affectionately known as HBA, right? The difference here is you can actually go and get those questions answered on the calls, and you can send in a ticket and you can do that, but you can watch so much going on. It's unreal. So I don't know if Eric wants to time me, but we said join HBA. This is where you come. You got your routine. You got your day's tasks. Webinar recording. Here you go. That's what we're doing, right? Then you can put more notes on here. You can put like goals that you've got, things you want to do, habit tracker, blah blah blah. We told you though to go to affiliate. If you're brand new, right, and you want to learn some stuff, go to Bonus Vault. And they have a complete affiliate marketing domination course. That's worth $35 in anyone's money. It's worth a lot more, right? So if you really are like wanting to learn all the jargon and all the bits and what they all mean, go and watch that. It's a hidden gem. Not a lot of people know that's there, but it is under the bonus bit. But you just joined. You're going to go to affiliate, and then under here, look what they do. Right under the welcome video. Your turnkey system is ready. Literally. As soon as you join, that is ready. They give you a link. You can customize it if you want with I put Team Turner in instead of the number, okay? And if you want to buy a domain to make it easier than thehba.app/turnkey/Team Turner, you don't need to, but if you're going to go progress and make some videos, you can just go and buy a domain, $10-ish, right? And then you could have something like Paul Turner Online, Eric Green, you know, business or something like that if you want to, So we'll copy that. That is your system set up. The turnkey residual income system where 80% of every dollar comes back to you. Interesting. Okay, somebody puts their name in, they put their email in, get instant access. They said we were crazy to pay 80% commissions, $6.9 million paid later, still crazy, still crazy. 2 referrals, positive cash flow. Then I've already seen this obviously, but you can do it from
when we started this.
It's only a 3-minute, 21-minute video. You get introduced to Paul. That's it, guys. You're up and running. This page you're watching now is the bridge. Remember I mentioned bridge? This is where you get to see me and Eric. We're regular guys, one from the UK, one from the US. We're not come from glamorous backgrounds. I'm not a brain surgeon or anything like that. Okay. So we are explaining why this is great for newbies. I promise you, if you just send people straight to this page, you can have success, but you won't have as much success, right? If you'll have more success if you use something like this. In terms of how do you get eyeballs, it's open here. Look, this site here will send you this, and it says it on here. Look, refer a friend. This is the lead source. You can literally get from 5 leads to 15 leads a day from people. You probably came in from this, where you filled in your information because you want an online business. These leads get sent out. All we do is we send a text. Are you still looking? Yes or no? If yes, guess what? You send them this page. That's your involvement done. We're doing the explaining. This is finding you the leads of people that are interested. Okay, you can do other things. HBA do a great job of teaching it. In fact, I don't want to go on, but they have the Funnel Builder Academy. They have the live coaching. I mentioned the Monday night call. What's working now is brilliant. Okay, they have the daily coaching for HBA premium members over the shoulder. You get that free for 2 weeks, remember, which is really, really good. And then if we come over to premium, how to get free traffic, how to get paid traffic, how to convert the traffic into customers, how to convert it, sorry, and then there's some more high value bonus trainings there. Everything you could possibly need. There's the social side here, which is where those 2,000, they've got over 2,000 happy customers at the minute. That's where they hang out. That's where you can go and you can ask a question. And as you can see, look, Justin earned a residual commission. Team Jesus just earned a residual commission. Alan just got a residual commission. Do the work once, keep getting paid. That's my favorite. Steve just earned a residual, right? All of these people are still getting paid from work they've done once. And in fact, what we've done for you is we made it that we're doing the work for you. Right. So that's the presentation, guys. That's it. I'll let Eric have his final thoughts. If you got anything to say, Eric, I don't know what to say to anybody considering it, but if 2 regular Joes like us can do it, trust me.
I'll just close it with this. You have to sit down and think. Where could I be in 30, 60, 90 days, right? If and only if you can put the blinders on, right? You can block all that noise out online, right? It's like Vegas, right? You're walking down the strip. If you've ever been there or seen it on, depending on where you're at in the world, seen a video of Vegas, it's lights flashing and everything, and it wants to pull you in 1,000 directions. But if you will put the blinders on and you will get involved for 30, 60, 90 days and you'll get focused, you're going to be in a stable company. You're going to be, I mean, this is real, guys. This isn't flash in the pan flavor of the month. This is a real 10-year-old company. All the hurdles have been shifted away from you. You've got a turnkey system. You've got incredible training and support, not just from us, but from the community and the owners of this company. And if you can just picture yourself focus for 30, 60, 90 days, you will have started to build a residual income, a passive income, something that you're getting paid month in and month out, right? And for the first time, if you haven't already, and if you are successful and you're watching this and you've made a lot of money online, this is 80% commissions. Why wouldn't you put this into your arsenal? But if you've struggled and you've really been trying to figure this out, if you will just come in and get focused for 30, 60, 90 days, eliminate the noise, and start to build some success, you will be light years ahead, right, of where you are right now. And so you have to ask yourself, do I want to be light years ahead in 30, 60, 90 days? Or in 90 days, do you still want to be sitting here trying to figure out how the heck do I make money online like these guys? Are these guys like special superheroes? No, I sold used office equipment, Paul stock shelves. We're not. We just understand that you have to have a process. You have to have the right tool. You have to have the right leadership. You have to have the right system, right support. And once you have all that, then it's just about being consistent daily and focused. If you do those things, you can't lose here. I'm telling you, you can't lose here. So we just hope that you get plugged in with us. If not, we appreciate you watching and we wish you the best of success on your journey to making money online. That's all I got, Paul.
So below this video, there'll be a button to join HBA. It's only $35. And then you should get sent the information on the lead source. I might even put that below. I'll see. Okay. You can literally be set up, but your referrer should invite you to our Facebook group as well. And there'll be a video there showing you how to set up the page and everything. It's dead easy. So with that said, here's to your success. We look forward to seeing you on the inside. Thanks for watching.